Cajon Valley Union School District is still working to bring one family home from Afghanistan.
The district, along with Congressman Darrell Issa, have been working to help local families return. Many of them are back. Michael Serban, Director of Family and Community Engagement for the district, is joining us this morning. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
So you've shared with us, the story of many of these families with the Cajon Valley district. There's still more people there. We've mentioned one local family, but you're saying there might be more?
Yeah, that's our concern at this point. Is we have our one family back. The concern is that we had 500 families in El Cajon, families from Afghanistan. Out of those families, 24 students, 16 approximately parents, 8 families were there. We got 7 of them back. We still have one family left. If you look at the numbers in the U.S. Census, there's 53,000 families from Afghanistan in California, approximately a couple 100,000 in the United States. A lot of our families went home on vacation to see their families, potentially for the last time as the U.S. draws down, knowing that the U.S. was drawing down. So when that occurred, there's likely many more families that went back to see their families, but because to no fault of anybody, we don't track where people go on vacation. And the only reason we knew is because we had a family and community engagement department. Our liaisons had incredible relationships with their families. They reached out and let them know. What we're asking is that, and then we went to our attendance and looked at our attendance, who didn't show up the first day of school, looked at the families that were from Afghanistan, and then started reaching out. Because no one tracks those families that go on vacation, schools can look at their attendance. There's one school in Northern California, San Juan Unified, who did that. And I think they found between, a couple dozen families that are from Afghanistan that they believe could be in Afghanistan still, and are reaching out for support. And we're thinking if other schools do the same, we could have a good number of who's actually there. Otherwise, we don't know who they are, and they're forgotten. The other group of students that we're concerned about, or families that we're concerned about, are all those SIV families that have never come to the United States, but were in process in Afghanistan. Talking to our liaisons and talking to the families that have just come back from Afghanistan, there could be up to 20,000 families there that have been in process, and because of the takeover by the Taliban, the embassy had to shut down and destroy the documents. There's not proof that they necessarily exist, and have been in process. So our concern is for those families, not just our one, and we will never stop talking about our one until they're back, but there's many, many more that we're concerned about.
Yeah, let's talk about that family. What is being done? I know you guys have been working with Congressman Darrell Issa on this. What's being done to bring that one family home, and how much more difficult is it now since we have pulled out of Afghanistan?
It's a lot more difficult. Our liaisons stay in contact with the family and with the family here in El Cajon, as well as their family in Afghanistan, and it is incredibly difficult. They're having to move to stay safe, and it's scary. They're frightened. They're incredibly frightened and worried for their lives because they are in danger.
And Michael, if you could talk about the families who are now back in San Diego. They went through quite a lot to get here. It's been a struggle. They had children. We heard from one of the dads earlier in our newscast. Tell us what it was like for them. And obviously, I'm sure they're glad to be back here, right?
Oh, they are so incredibly grateful. They love Afghanistan, and they absolutely love the United States. They are so grateful for all the men and women that put themselves in harm's way for them to get back. Our military, all levels of government that have been working so hard across the board to get all of our families back over the last 2 weeks. They are incredibly grateful. The things they went through were unimaginable. The leaving their kids maybe potentially in a car to go see if they could get to the airport, being attacked on the way to the airport randomly by the Taliban, worried about their kids in groups of 1,000 trying to get through gates. I mean, the things that our family spoke about yesterday and have told us about it's unimaginable for an American sitting in America right now. It's just hard to imagine.
That's horrific. Michael, thanks so much.